everyone, and welcome back, and happy Easter to all. I've just been visiting my family in Latvia, Riga, where I'm originally from, and it's been so cold. I'm back to Barcelona and it's not that hot either. It's been very warm while I was in Riga, and I was thinking, okay, it's summertime. And I'm here and today is like really chilly. So no, I'm not wearing a t-shirt as I thought I would be wearing. Now, today's video is about my daily makeup. It's going to be very pink, well, quite pink, because it's springtime, and spring for me is all about pink colors and rose scents and just being bright and fresh. So for the past month, I've been actually using only these products, makeup, that was pink, and my nails are also quite pink. Okay, this is like really kind of mauve pink color. This is my favorite pink color. I don't really go for these, you know, candy pink, Barbie pink colors. I love mauve pink and peachy pink. So this color is of the month. I love it, like seriously obsessed. And this is by, this color is, if you're interested, is by the brand Basic Cosmetics. It's, I believe it's a Spanish brand. It's a drugstore brand, and it's a number 10. It's a mini version, which actually I picked up last year, and I didn't really use it. And then suddenly I saw it and I started to use it, and okay, this is finished. This is finished. I've used it almost a month and it's finished. So I'm gonna get the big bottle because I love it so much, and I'll probably be using it in summer on my 2 nails. Okay, that's it for the nails. Now, the pink makeup that I'll be making a tutorial now for you is super fast, super easy to make. It's like something I do every day, and it really doesn't take a genius. So let's start with tucking our hair. This is also the, okay, this video is going to be the shadow one. I'll be talking through the process of making the makeup. Now I'll be using this Velvet Matte Skin Tint by Nars. It's quite a light shade, which I love because I don't like to be very bronzy. My natural tone is quite light, and I like to stay as natural as possible. So the finish of this foundation, it's called Color Tint, is how it says. It's velvety matte, which I find especially nice in the month, like warmer month, because I don't like to be looking too dewy, like using the dewy textures in summer, even springtime, because my skin, I'm just gonna do it everything with my hands first and then buff it in. My skin is normal combination, and it gets oil on the T-zone, which makes it great for me when the texture is a bit mattifying, so I don't have to exactly use the powders. I don't really like using too much powder. If I use the foundation that is very like glowy and dewy, in the end I have to set it with the powder, and I don't really see the point in the end if I have to set everything with powder and leave basically no dewy effect on my face. Then why on earth I have to use this foundation in the first place? So yeah, I'm going to buff it in with this buffing brush. It spreads so nicely, so easy. It's not so thick. It's semi-thick, semi-liquidy, just perfect texture. Even if you Like even if you have a dry skin, this texture will be still nice for you. I believe this is the most important part of the makeup, the application of the foundation or BB cream or anything, whatever you're using. Throughout the day, it doesn't really, it doesn't get into your lines anywhere. Like most of the time, if the texture is really thick or mattifying, a lot of products really kind of get into your fine lines or, you know, expression lines. But this one is a really nice one. The same thing I found with the Rimmel Fresh Skin. Also, it stays put throughout the day and it doesn't get into the line, so it's also a good one. Now, I'm going to go for this. I'm using this every day since I discovered it. And why I'm using this every day right now, because it has also kind of a velvety powdery finish, so I don't need to set this with the powder. So I just lighten my under eye area with this, brighten. That's pretty much all I'll do. That's it. And I'm actually gonna do it with my fingers. It spreads amazingly. You don't need any beauty blender or brush. And the finish is amazing. Just this powdery velvety, but it's not like cakey powder or something like that. It's just very smooth. It's almost like kind of finish of a primer. It's so silky. No need to set it with a powder at all. I don't know if you can see. I don't know what happened with the light. It's just okay. Okay, probably this one I'm just going to buff it a little bit because it's a different kind of, you know, part of the face where you should really buff it in. Okay. I don't suggest doing this under your eyes because under eye area is pretty delicate, and just, you know, just tap it with your fingers. That'll be enough. Okay, I'm going to use just a little bit of contouring, just, you know, for a little definition, because this shade is pretty light of the foundation, so even though on my face it looks quite fine because I'm already light. And I'm going to also sort of buff it. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's so multitasking. I kind of can do everything with this. Sometimes I apply creamy blush with this, but it's really nice for contouring as well. Okay, now we're going to use some pink eyeshadows, and these are going to be a color Tatoo by Maybelline in pink gold. This is okay. This already hit pan, so yes, I like it a lot and I use it a lot. I got it actually last year, so obviously last year, yeah, I don't remember. Yes, I believe so. So I simply use my finger to spread around my eyelid, all over my eyelid, and that's it. It's literally, it takes me like, I don't know, 8 minutes when I do it in the morning. But since I'm talking right now, it takes more time. Most of the time I do the background voice, but just sometimes I feel like so impersonal, so I just want to make something more of a shady thing when I get to actually comment directly while making the makeup. Also sometimes I feel like I come up with the more stuff to say when I'm doing it, and you know, more information about the technique, and also it can be even more helpful. Now it's sort of like a base, because I love to balance the textures. For instance, this is quite creamy eyeshadows, but I'll be using this Maybelline the blush Nudes palette. Oh, cannot open it. What happened here? And I'm gonna be using this matte pink color, second one, just to top it a little bit. Just here on the lid for a more sort of groomed look. It also feels like it's like a setting glowy foundation with a powder in a way. It'll stay longer, and also I feel like it will intensify the color, like the pink color. As you can see, it looks much brighter right now. And a little bit on the lower eyelashes, also going to intensify the color. I still have a little bit of cream eyeshadows coming out, so the balance is nice. You can see the creaminess of the eyeshadows and also the matte finish, so love the look. Clé de Peau, I'm using this rollout eyeliner. It's very like light brown. Just a little bit over here, and I will go in between eyelashes. This is my technique of always. And now two eyes are done, and well, the upper part, and I'm gonna go a little bit on the lower eyelash, but just in the corners. That's it. So, and I also, what I do, I put some sparkle. It's by Kiko, and it's Sparkling Trail eyeshadow. I never use it as eyeshadow, so I believe it's going to be way too sparkly. So I'm just gonna use it for this purpose. Love it. It's so creamy that it just takes nothing to pop the, you know, sparkle. And I'm going to use a little bit in the center of the eye. Dab it. Now, I'm going to start with continue with the blush. I feel like I always leave the mascara for the last touch, almost. Lips for the last touch. But anyway, I'm going to be using this creamy blush. Yeah, it's blush. It's a Chubby stick by Clinique in Roly Poly Rosy. It's so easy. And right now I've been using it all the time because it exactly matches my, you know, pink mood, and it's so easy, and it's creamy but not exaggeratedly creamy, so it's perfect with this texture of foundation. And I'm gonna go kind of high on my cheeks. Kind of weird, high on my cheeks. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm gonna go with the blush almost to the bone of my cheek, which is kind of a new trend. It's new, but it's like a trend of the season, of the month, to have your blush kind of more up. So it's basically where you put your highlight, you put your blush right now. And I have to say, I love this technique. And well, depending on your, obviously depending on your face shape of your face, it might not suit you, but I find it quite nice on my face. And it does make your face very fresh. So yeah, I've been using this technique a lot lately and I'm loving it. It's just kind of got a bit boring all the time in the apple of your cheek. All the time, everybody kind of looking same-ish. And this, just loving it. So yeah, it's a super fresh look. I seriously not going to add more, maybe here a little bit. I always try to put less, obviously, than more, and then retouch it during touch up during the day, which is why I love this Chubby stick, because I can easily take it in my cosmetic bag and touch up my makeup anytime I need it with, basically I'm using my fingers with this normally, but when I'm home I'm using this brush. So yeah, this is the look, and I'm going to use a little bit of highlight, this Bobbi brown in Rose Shimmer Brick, loving it, using it a lot, and I'm gonna go on top with the actual blush very lightly, and on the bridge of the nose for some extra glow. What else? Okay, since I'm not using the powder, I'm going to use this Pore minimizer. It's a primer by Benefit. But this primer mainly I always use as a touching, as a finish touch. I have a dyslexia these days, I believe, because I've been like, you know, yeah. So I'm going to use it over this area because this is where my pores are a little bit enlarged. Like basically every person have a little bit enlarged pores on the cheeks, and this will minimize my pores and at the same time will kind of mattify it and having kind of a powdery finish. So it's perfect. You can also pat a little bit here. I'm loving this one. Always taking it everywhere with me, especially in summer. And I always buy the travel version, like mini version, because I always take it with me, so I don't really need this big size. Now, what else? Okay, I brought this one, but I don't use it very often these days. Just, it's kind of unless I feel very like too pale, because this is the pale color of the foundation, I'm going to use a little bit of Chanel Beige, just where I need it, like a little bit here. Like where would I use the bronzer, because it serves for kind of a bronzer, but it's like a powder sort of. It's very light, and probably a little bit here, and go all over my jaw. So this is all. Now we're gonna go for the brows. Okay, the first thing, we brush them. I always brush upwards. There are techniques that tell you to brush like downwards and then fill it in, but I use a different technique because I don't really fill in my eyebrows. I just brush them and then I use this brow builder by Sephora. My recent purchase, well, like probably a month long, and I've been using it all the time. This has a fiber in the wand, so it just makes your brows kind of like, makes the sensation that you have more brows. So, which I need because I don't have much. And even if I had, you wouldn't see it because they're kind of light. It's just one of the fastest thing to do. It's seriously, it takes nothing. All the products that I've been using, I'm going to write as usual below my video, and yeah, you can check it out because I haven't been really telling you what I am using, so you can check it out later. Because honestly, if I have to stop at every product, it will be no end to the video, and no one has that much time. Okay, these are the brows. Now what is left? I'm kind of losing the eyelashes. Now I've been using also my all-time favorite actually, but I haven't been using this mascara for a long time. It's by Benefit They Are Real, and recently I just thought, also for the trip, I thought, okay, I just get this small thing and just put it in my cosmetic bag. So yes, I've been using this and I love it. I think I'm gonna get it for summer because I'm almost done with my Maybelline mascara that I've been using all the time for the past 2-3 months, something like that. So this is gonna be the one that I'll be probably buying. When you feel, if you feel like that you need some powder, like by the end you finish your makeup and you feel like, okay, I'd like to set a little bit with the powder, of course you can do it. What I do, if I feel like that I'd like to, you know, a little bit see, even though right now I don't see the need for it, but if I do, I use the blotting papers and I just dab it wherever I think I can get oily, basically here on the forehead, which is like something, like it's the first place where I get oily during the day, and on my chin. So yeah, you just blot it, and actually this is what you can do throughout the day. You just blot your face a little bit if you don't want to use powder, but of course it depends what skin type you have. If you're very oily, probably need powders, but you need a powder and you need a blotting paper anyway because it's such a handy thing and it's the fastest way. Okay, and the last thing are the lips, and this is also something I do very fast these days. Okay, I'll be using this lip liner by Basic Cosmetics, which is same as of the nail polish, sort of mauvey pink color, so loving it. And I simply also search for, because my natural lip color is quite red, and I love always to a little bit dull it with a lip liner. And then I will be using this also kind of mauve pink color by this gloss by H&M in What a Girl Wants. Nice name. So this is it. Well, I believe it turned out to be a very long video. This is what happens when you talk while I do the video. But so how do you like? This is pink color. This is pink makeup. If you don't like pink, probably you're not gonna like it that much, but I believe this is to everybody's liking because it's not exactly too much pink, if you know what I mean. So thank you for watching. It was a pleasure as always, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.